should be throwing the bash. I need a woman who'll treat me right. I need a woman who love and squeeze me tight. I need a woman. I need a woman tonight. I need a woman I can call my own. She got the love the blues and she'll buy me home. She'll tie me up at night and make me say when the sun comes up we'll do it all again. I need a woman who love and squeeze me tight. I need a woman who wanna treat me right. I need a woman. I need a woman tonight. Well, my days are numbered and I'll tell you why. All the pretty girls keep walking on by, looking and smiling and winking to me. I got a woman who won't let me be. I need a woman who will squeeze me tight. I need a woman who will treat me right. Trash and stock arrangements, paying our dues, scraping for coin and rock the blues. Band is kicking, playing it tight, all getting high till the morning light. Wielding my axe all night long, selling my soul for the price of a song. Any inspiration comes my way, fades like a dream by the break of day. Working my way throughout the night, moving through the shadows and ducking the light. Hardball lights grow low, screaming out the high notes, losing control. Moving through the shadows late Friday night, guitar burning, holding back the light. Playboys and gals changing back in the suits, ducking the light, the last pour from a hooch, cleaning the streets, hosing the drunks, sleeping it off in the back of the truck. Working my way throughout the night, moving through the shadows and ducking the light. Working my way throughout the night, moving through the shadows and ducking the light.
All right. Yeah. Just playing with something here. Just going to go back to my logo in a second. Now I'm back over here. What's going on, everybody? Here we are. Gonna hang out. Got my dashiki on. Why? It's getting too cold to wear it outside at the beach and shit, so dress up for you guys. All right. I was hoping there was going to be a bunch of you tonight. I just uploaded the video, and I feel like that usually gets me a little attention, and then when I go live, people are like, oh, there's the guy that made that awesome video. I thought this video was pretty good. We'll see how it does. It's got about 20 views so far. Just uploaded it. Keep playing with different ideas. I don't know. We'll see. But I've got the other reason I was hoping there'd be a bunch of you here. The main reason is I really want to get high as fuck, and I've got this drink thing. It's 100 milligrams, and it's like supposed to be 10 doses, right? It's like 10 capfuls. 10. It's like, here, use a capful. That's about 10 milligrams. And that's 10 servings. That's 10 milligram servings of THC. And I'm like, no. I'm drinking the whole fucking thing. So when I went to the dispensary, I was like, hey, man, I want, like, what's your most, like, your strongest edible in the smallest size? You know? I don't want to eat, like, a fucking pound of food to get high. And so they had this, like I said, it's like a drink. And 100 milligrams. And I know that'll get me high as fuck. I haven't had 100 milligrams of edibles in a long time. Even if you don't show up, I might drink it. Fuck it. You know what? I'm going to have it because it's going to take a while to kick in anyway. And besides, I'll be nice and high even if you guys don't hang out with me. If we're like, I thought we'd have some fun, you know? tell some fucking, have a few laughs, but I'll just do it on my own. And the worst thing that happens is I'm high and I watch The Mandalorian. So let me put on a little hold music. Let's see here. Little getting some weed, edible hold music here. I've got cannabis infused beverage, Quick Ease. Here, actually, one more time. I just wanted to close my door, so I wasn't blasting everybody out. How's my hair look back there? It's not bad, right? All right. So this is cannabis Quick Ease Pineapple Express Hybrid. 100 milligrams THC, 0 milligrams CBD per bottle, 10 milligrams THC per serving. If you're a pussy, give it a little shake. I wonder how it tastes. Tell you a little story. Was Seth Rogen, was he with Pineapple Express? Can't remember. Hope this tastes good. Oh. It's got the safety seal under the safety seal. Well, how am I supposed to get... Ugh. This is one of those things, if I push down, I'm going to get foil in my drink. Then I'll have a flap. Let's see. Knife. I found this knife metal detecting. Let's see, we'll put it this way. I guess we'll have to cut in. All right, let's do it like this. We'll go around. Go around the edge here. Just trying not to drink foil. You know? Don't want to drink any foil. Foil isn't good for you. You can't digest foil. Yes, digesting foil is tough. Hello, nice lady. Hey, my brother and I have been doing Droopy impressions back and forth to each other for a fucking million years. And the other day, one of my friends was doing it. I'm like, "You're doing Droopy?" My brother and I do Droopy all the time. Like, so my brother does it really well. I can never... I've been doing it for years just to try to do it as well as him. I think I'm okay at it now, but not like him. Hello. Hello, lady. That's about 50 milligrams right there. That was another 30 or so. That'd be 80. And there you go. 100 milligrams. See how fucking high I get on this. See if that was a mistake, huh? Oh, good. Somebody joined me. For whoever it is that just got here, I'm glad you joined me. Because I just drank this entire bottle. This was supposed to be 10 milligram servings of THC in this drink. It's 100 milligrams total. And a recommended serving is 10. 10 doesn't do shit for me. So I just drank the whole bottle. That's 100. And I was like, I hope people are here to hang out and enjoy how high I'm about to be. It's going to take some time. So while we wait for the edible to kick in, we'll crack open one of these bad boys from THC Design. Little sativa pre-roll from THC Design. Design. THC Design. Alrighty. And let's spark this bad boy up and we'll get this fucking show going, man. We'll have a few laughs here. Oh, That's my mantra now. Always remember the goal is jokes and laugh. I'm done trying to make any kind of point or deliver any kind of commentary. If you're here, you better be prepared for silliness, jokes, and laughs, or at least attempts at it. Ah, tasty. There we go. All right. Between the edibles and this, tell you a cute story that just happened. Last night I was on Facebook. There was some meme going around, and it was like, I don't know, a bunch of different boxes of celebrity stoners. And it was like, I don't know, I think it was labeled 1 through 9 or something. And it was like, who are your, which 3 would you like to smoke with, right? Your dream smoke session. And I just commented, oh, I actually smoked with 2 of these people. One was Joe Rogan, one was Seth Rogen, the 2 Rogans. And somebody in the comments was like, yeah, I'm calling bullshit on you. You got any proof? So I wrote, I was like, who the fuck gives? I said, who gives a fuck what you believe? Well, apparently I do. Here, I'll just show you the post. This is kind of funny. He ended up being a night. Well, I'll tell you why it's a cute story in a second. The guy ended up being cool. It's kind of funny, though, is all. Let me just see if I can find the post in a relatively normal amount of time. Come on, you piece of shit. Not making. I'm talking to you, Facebook. Come on. Facebook's been a little bit of a bitch lately. Oh boy. Sorry, I just got distracted by a magic prop. Dear friends, here's my new design for the Shigeko Takagi single cup and ball. I'm like, really? Let me see. Why won't Facebook work? For me. For me. It's working for everyone else. As you can see, it is clear to see. Facebook is working for everyone but me. When did this shit turn into a musical? Ah, it's working now. Now I must find the post. Hold on. I wasn't planning on talking about this. The dude just messaged me, though, so it made me want to talk about it. I was like, oh, this guy's cool. All right, so here it is. I'll just show you the fucking post. It says, only choose 3 for your ideal smoke session. So I said, oh, I smoked with 5 and 9. And here's the post. So you can see. I said, I've actually smoked with 5 and 9. And people are commenting over. And then this guy goes, your proof? Calling major BS on anyone saying they've smoked with these people. So he's calling me out on it. He's like, bullshit. Where's your proof? I said, hey, Chase, who gives a fuck what you believe? Well, apparently I do. So here goes. And I explained how I've known Joe for 20 years, used to do jujitsu with him back when he trained. Told him how I was the co-host of Eddie Bravo Radio. Joe was a regular guest on the show. Smoked with him more times than I can count. And then I told him about what happened was I was at a cannabis event actually for THC Design, the company. You know, I'm the official magician for this company here, THC Design. And we had an event, and Seth Rogen was there, and I did magic for Seth and his wife and their friends. And so I told him, I said, yeah, I know Joe, and I smoked with Seth. And then I put up a picture. That's Curtis in the back. He's a black belt. The guy on the left doesn't matter. He lost his mind. There's Eddie Bravo, me, and Joe Rogan. And so that was after an episode of Joe Rogan Radio. And so I guess this guy Steve is related to Chase, and so then the dude Chase writes me. He's like, "Hey man, I wasn't trying to be a dick. That guy Steve is related to me, and there's like family drama. I don't know." He was explaining. The point was he felt bad, right? And then of course that makes me feel bad because I'm like, I'm just playing, dude. It's like no, what do I give a shit? That was kind of the point. Was I don't do I care if you believe me or not? All right, let's make a thing of it. That was kind of the joke. Is hey pal, I don't care what you think. All right, I guess I do care what you think. Let me prove my point. So I was just kind of being silly myself, and but anyway, he messaged me and he's like, "I'm sorry, man." I'm like, "It's cool, bro. I'm just a silly bitch. We're stoners, dude. We're brothers. It's all good." And so then he started telling me who his favorite people were to smoke with, which I didn't really. I gotta say, I didn't agree with his list. Here, I'll tell you. Here, let me go back to his message and tell you what his. Let's see here. Um, he said, "I've been a big fan of Joe forever, all the way back from the Fear Factors days." He's like, "My ultimate smoke session would be with Snoop Dogg, Seth Rogen, and Bob Marley. And I want to say Willie Nelson, but I got to limit it to four and be a tie between Wiz Khalifa and Pete Davidson." And I'm like, really? Because those two don't even. I don't know what a Wiz Khalifa is. I don't think I even knew Wiz Khalifa was in that photo. And the other thing is, I definitely. There we go. Gonna add him as my friend now. There we go. Um, I just would. I don't even know. I don't know anything about Wiz Khalifa. I wouldn't recognize Wiz Khalifa if he fucking delivered a pizza to me. So he's not on the list. And Pete Davidson, Jesus, give a fuck about that guy. I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but smoking with Pete Davidson is a goal. All right. Let's get on. Let me get this joint lit and let's get this show lit. Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever that was. And for those of you that got here late, I just drank this entire 100 milligram bottle of Pineapple Express infused beverage. 100 milligrams, all in one shot. We're going to see how that does me. It takes a while to kick in. That's why I'm smoking too. Come on, I got to be the biggest pothead on all of YouTube, right? Is there anybody on fucking YouTube that is a fuck? And I don't know that it's a good thing. I don't even really get that high anymore. Rape. Abuses in palm oil fields. Linked to top beauty brands. Well, come on. If you're going to get all gussied up, you're going to make yourself all beautiful with makeup and skin cream, of course we're going to rape you. I don't think that's what that article's about. You know, it's so rare that really hot girls are cool. I was thinking about that. Most of the time, chicks that are really hot are fucking just cunty. You know? And then I was thinking about how, some women just really, they don't know how evolved men are. Because all men want to do is fuck all the time. And if we wanted to, I mean, if one day all the men on the planet said, fuck it, instead of getting a job and working hard, we're just going to rape, what would the rest of the women do? If all the guys just said, yep, fuck it, we're raping now. We're going to act like animals. So the fact that men don't constantly rape shows how great men are. The amazing restraint, and it shows how evolved and how restrained men are, that we're just not constantly raping. You would think that would be our default, especially guys that can't get laid. I can get laid and I want to rape. Imagine a guy that can't get laid. This is from Indonesia. I can't imagine anything bad happening in Indonesia. This is surprising. And in Sumatra, of all places, All right, let's see what it says here. Oh, it looks like we got a little bit of a. We're gonna need some music here. Let me get the. Oh yeah. Here we go. With his hand clamped tightly over her mouth, she could not scream. The 16-year-old girl recalls. And no one was around to hear her anyway. Oh yeah. She describes how her boss raped her amid the tall trees on an Indonesian palm oil plantation that feeds into the sun of the world's best known cosmetic brands. He then put an axe to her throat and warned her, "Do not tell." Anyway, point is, at another plantation, there's plantations still? Slaves still, plantations. So, all right. So basically, this is an article that goes on and on about palm oil and how it's used in everything and how people are being raped and exploited and abused and enslaved and everything about it's horrible. And it's all tied to who? Who do we blame? All right. More horror in the world. There's no lack of horror. Can I tell you guys? Don't forget to. Oops. I should have done that first. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Do that again. You get the full effect. Get the animation. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Choose all. Got a big 3 people watching. Woohoo! Huge numbers tonight. If you haven't checked out my latest scripted video, make sure you check that out. It's on Tom and Jerry and how they replaced a black actor with a white one. Really horrible, racist, sexist. Cancel Tom and Jerry the movie. I can't wait to see it, by the way. It looks fucking awesome. Okay. Let's see. What are we going to talk about next? Let's find some shit. Actress's act of compassion. Quit this bad habit before getting a COVID vaccine. All right. Should we bite? They're already telling us. All right. Vaccines from Moderna and Pfizer showing promises in clinical. A new study reveals if you're someone who enjoys vaping, you might not have as much protection against COVID as you'd hoped. Read on to find out what this means for smokers. This is what getting a COVID vaccine feels like, volunteers say. Vaping can alter the immune function in e-cigarette smokers. What about weed smokers? All right, whatever. I'm not worried about this shit. Oh, biting your nails? If you want to reduce your COVID... Well, how about you don't be having a dog? These are all things. Why are you biting your... You have to be told to stop biting your nails due to COVID and not just because you're an asshole. Vitamin D deficiency. Going to the office. All right. I'm ready to have fun if you guys are. So, anybody watch The Mandalorian? I've been binge watching it. I'm almost completely caught up. I love that fucking show. I was talking about it yesterday. One thing about The Mandalorian, though, is this motherfucker never takes off his helmet. It's part of his creed, is he's not allowed to take this fucking helmet off. That means in the show, other than one time so far where a droid took it off, that didn't count because it was a fucking droid, this asshole's gonna have the helmet on all the time. He's the star of the best thing that happened to Star Wars since Empire Strikes Back, and nobody knows who the fuck he is. What a fucking drag, right? If I bet this motherfucker wears that Mandalorian helmet out to like bars and shit. You know what I mean? He's like, fuck it. If I just go out to the club and I try to tell the guy at the bouncer, you know, hey man, I'd like to go in. Well, who are you? Well, I'm a big star. Well, TMZ doesn't notice. Well, it's because TMZ doesn't realize who I am. Well, if TMZ doesn't know who you're... No, I'm saying they know who I am, but they don't recognize me. See, I'm the Mandalorian. Nobody knows what I look like. I don't take off the helmet. Oh, I love the Mandalorian. That's you? Yeah. Well, how do I know? I don't know. It's me, man. Oh, go get the helmet. I'll let you in. And the guy, he's got to like walk all the way back to the car. Got to give the valet the ticket. Hey, would you bring that car back just for a second? I got to get something out of the trunk. Pops open the trunk, pulls out the Mandalorian helmet. And he's like, all right, motherfucker, I'll let you in the club, but only because you're the Mandalorian. That means when you're in the club, you're the Mandalorian. You take off that helmet, we're going to 86 you out of here. You can't walk around the helmet holding it under your arm like the headless horseman. You got to wear that motherfucker. Since we got to wear masks anyway, maybe I'll just get a really awesome Mandalorian helmet and wear it everywhere and tell people I'm that guy. And then they're like, well, prove it. And I'll be like, look, I'm the Mandalorian. Well, show me your ID and see if I'll get a fake ID that matches the actor's name, right? And I'll be like, see? And they'll be like, because what dumb bitch that would suck the Mandalorian's cock knows a fake ID from a real one, right? So she's all like, oh my God, you are the Mandalorian. I want to suck your dick. Of course. I'm not going to take the helmet off. Of course. I feel like that was a really good bit. I think it has potential for the stage, even if I'm ever allowed one again. Sure would be nice if the three of you watching would acknowledge something's happening here. Sure would be nice if more of my legion of fans, I have at least 14. Be nice if some of them were here. I feel like I'm really into this tonight, and whatever. I know how it goes. The longer I stay on here, eventually people show up. It's the fucking weirdest thing. I'm going to talk to 3 jerk-offs for an hour and a half, and then all of a sudden, when I'm like all out of material and I'm tired and I want to watch The Mandalorian eat, then fucking 8 people will come in, and it's like, what? 8 people? I can't leave 8 people. I'm a goddamn star. You know. I think I am going to get some late night food tonight. Thinking, what do I want tonight? I don't know. All right, let's continue doing what we do, man. I mean, we'll fucking check out trending Twitter. Trending Twitter. Family fights to keep photo of daughter giving the finger on her gravestone. Why would anybody care? That's adorable. No one should have a fucking right to say anything about that. And it's not in the middle. I can't even believe this is an argument. All right. Let's see what the fucking assholes have a problem with this. Why can't people just not watch shows they don't like and not look at pictures they don't like and not read things they don't like? If you don't like the gravestone, don't look at the gravestone, you fucking cunts. All right. You know this is going to make me mad. 13-year-old girl died of cystic fibrosis. She's flipping the bird from the grave, and her family wants her to continue doing so. Kayla Carl of Aberdeen, Scotland, defied doctors' predictions when she woke up from a coma after catching the flu last year, but ended up in a wheelchair. Sorry about that. I was coughing. Ended up in a wheelchair, placed on oxygen because of her ravaged lungs. After several months, she caught another bug and died in February. Loving memory of Kayla Leanne Carl. Her epitaph reads, CF Warrior, beloved daughter, sister, granddaughter, niece, cousin, and friend, R.I.P. Babe. In an attached photo, the teen is seen giving the finger at the Hazelhead Cemetery. Sorry, I'm still choking. Choking the chicken. Kayla's mom, Rachel, 32 this week, received a call from the city council saying that some dumb fucking empty-souled has nothing to do with her fucking life, because I can almost guarantee it was a woman, should fucking have died instead of this beautiful girl cunt, said she was offended by the cheeky display. She wasn't mooning it, she was giving the bird. I got a phone call from the council telling me that somebody put in a complaint about, I don't know what fucking accent that is, about the picture on my daughter's headstone, saying it was rude and inappropriate. They said they needed the picture taken down. The picture represents the type of character she was. It was who she was. It was one of her favorite pictures. She liked to prank. She liked to mess around. She spoke her mind. That's fucking right, man. Leave this shit alone. The council offered to swap the picture free of charge, but Rachel said she wants it to stay where it is. I have no sympathy for the person that was offended. Good for you, Rachel. They don't have to look at it. I lost my 13-year-old daughter. You fucking cow. I picked that picture for a reason. It represents her. If you don't like it, don't look at it. Exactly. Oh, I want to know who the fuck has the balls to complain. And I want to kick her in the cunt. I guarantee it was a chick, by the way. Guarantee. There's no fucking way a broad did that. I mean, a man did that. Sorry, I got distracted. Doing too many things at once. Fucking multitasking broadcasting motherfucker is what I am. I need I gotta, let's see, what do I write on this one? I gotta retweet. Let's see. If you don't like it, don't look at it. Assholes never learn. All right. So, Kathy Griffin, don't give a fuck what that loony bitch has to say. Lewis Black, I love. He's mocking Trump fans. Good for him. Let's see here. Sorry again. Still sniffling a little bit from my cold. I'm like 90% better, though. Is that Joe Walsh, the musician, or Joe Walsh, the congressman guy? Yeah, different guy. Judd Apatow, I've met him. Let's see. In the middle of shooting, ABC announced publicly they wanted their new sitcoms to be like their classic ones from the 70s. Right then, we knew we were dead. What is this? We talk about TV shows that only had one episode. Next up for us is North Hollywood. Huh. Two black Florida teenagers. All right, let's watch the cops shoot some teens. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? This is in my home state of Florida. Ooh, nice day there in Florida. Interesting widescreen view on this dash cam, right? No audio yet. Let's see what happens. Well, we've got a female cop. That's never a good sign.
Stop the vehicle! Stop the vehicle! Stop the vehicle! Stop! 1033. Stop the vehicle, goddammit!
He's not going to stop the vehicle.
Stop! Stop! Shot fire! Shot fire!
That's it? Wish we had... How come we don't have multiple angles?
1033.
Usually you get multiple angles.
Stop the vehicle! Stop the vehicle! Stop! 1033. Stop the vehicle, goddammit! Stop! Stop! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Shots fired. That's what I always say when I'm in a threesome with another dude, so he knows to get out of the way. You know, I don't want to get any on my friend. I'm like, oh, dude, shots fired. Head for the hills. This was from Brevard County. So both teenagers are dead. That's why not? If you're a better shot, you just shoot the driver. I don't know why you shoot the passenger. But all right. Let's see here. Let's see what people are saying about it. Paid administrative lead. Blah, blah, blah. You can actually see the tires of the vehicle turn sharply as the car accelerates toward Deputy Santiago Miranda. I am Santiago Miranda, and I will give you my rights. Hey, Kyle, I got a little distracted. I didn't see all you guys in the chat room. Sorry, I was in my own little world there. What's up, Kyle? How you doing? And Jordan, hey, Jordan Palmer. Oh shit! Let me turn that off. I forgot to turn the desktop off. I am doing kick. If you, I was sick for a couple of days. Jordan had a COVID test. It was negative. I would say 90 to 95% back to being okay. I was down for a couple of days. If you start driving your car straight to the cop, you're going to die. You got that right, Kyle. Seems like a very, very simple thing to remember. Even pretend to shoot at cops or act like you'll run them over. They'll shoot and murder your ass. Rightfully so. That's right. Did you see the shootout I posted in the fan club today, Jordan? If you guys aren't members of I have a Facebook group just for members of this podcast. You can go to it right there. Found you from Chechik. Watched the VOD, the video on demand, and had some good laughs. Glad you're okay with the run. Oh, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, all that shit. You know the deal. And so, Jordan. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Too cold to wear the dashiki outside, so I thought I'd wear it for you guys tonight. Also, you guys got here late, but I had this Quick Ease Pineapple Express Hybrid, 100 milligrams of THC. It's supposed to be 10 servings of 10 milligrams each, but I drank the whole thing, so should be kicking in right about now, actually. I've been smoking because I didn't have the patience to wait for it to kick in, but I drank the whole 100 milligram bottle, so that means tonight should be a good show. Um, but I was gonna say is, did you see the shootout that I posted in the fan club, in the Facebook fan club group? Oh, I gotta share that. If you haven't seen it, I'll bring it up. It's pretty awesome. You know, I love watching like military combat videos. They're pretty cool. You get to see the big guns, right? All the automatic weapons and the A-10 Warthogs, and that's all fucking, that's fine and dandy. But they're always fighting the enemy so far away. You rarely in that footage ever see an enemy. With the cop shootout videos and the body worn cameras and them being close, it's pretty great. Oh, I'll play it for you, Jordan. Let's finish with this one. It's one of the most fun shootouts you'll see. It's a good one. After the shooting, 2 firearms were recovered in the car that had at least 3 occupants. Oh, there was 3 people in the car. Oh, so maybe that's why the passenger got wrecked too. Maybe the passenger was holding pointed the gun at the cops. Painfully troubling. Teen driver. Teen in the back seat. The video shows the deputy was still shooting as the car cleared him and posed no. Shut up. He's saying that, claiming that this deputy discharged 10 rounds to get himself out of harm's way is a clear attempt to justify the killing of these teens. Is anybody going to miss these teens? I don't miss these teens. I don't even know these teens. All right, I'm going to play it for you. Let me get that video for you now. Hey, Muay Thai. What is up, my brother? I don't know where she is, man. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, that video. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? The edibles are kicking in. And yeah, here it is. All right. You're going to like this. This was a carjacking,
I think
or an attempted carjacking, and so the cops.
officers are arriving on scene to deal with that guy. They're going to encounter.
This guy's got a fucking
having
rifle,
the
though.
rifle in his hand and walking towards.
I just
them.
said
Let's
that,
listen
John.
in.
I said he had a rifle.
Hey, don't raise it.
He's gonna raise it.
Put it down.
He's not gonna put it down.
Put it down. Put it down.
He's not gonna put it down.
Gunpoint. Put it down. Put the rifle down. Put it down. Get down.
Dunk, dunk. Dipshit. Wait until you see the next video from the cop who flanked him. Classic flank here. Look at that. He's not even looking at him. Pop. Dunk. They should be rioting in the streets.
As you heard in the audio, officers fired a total of 6 shots. They did put this man down, and they are going to get him in custody. He did make it through this. He is obviously facing aggravated assault on a police officer, attempted carjacking charges, and a whole bunch of others. We got a bunch of lessons.
Yeah, that piece of shit lived. So there you go. That's a pretty good one, huh? That's one of the better shootout videos I've seen in a while. You don't often see them go up against a guy with a rifle. Pistol versus rifle, you know, you don't see that too often. All right. I feel like I should do my Mandalorian bit all over again. Who was here when I was talking about the Mandalorian about 20 minutes ago? Because there was nobody here. There was like 2 people. And nobody was talking to me. And you know what? If none of you heard it, I'll just treat it like an open mic, because I think I got the seeds of a decent bit here. I keep writing material that I can't fucking do anywhere. I'm like, but I'm doing it anyway. I realized in the beginning of the pandemic, I was like, what's the point of doing this when I can't perform? But now I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to keep writing material. But I mostly write from the stage, you know, so this is kind of my stage now. That's why I treat you guys like an open mic. Whatever. If you haven't checked it out yet, I uploaded a new video. It's all about Tom and Jerry replacing a black actor with a white one. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't seen it yet, I just uploaded that a couple of hours ago. And keep trying different approaches to get views on those scripted videos. We'll see how that one does. Seems to be getting a good response so far. Anybody in the room checked it out yet? I'll give you cocksuckers the link to it. And oh, it's got 18 views. That's exciting. Let's see here. I started, it's got a few thumbs up. That's nice. All right, cool. Here's the video I just uploaded. Watch it later. YouTube algorithm of gods determine everything. So, okay, if you want to talk about that, I'll tell you what I tried to do, Kyle. On this one, I picked something that was trending on YouTube, which was one of the top trending topics was the new Tom and Jerry movie. So then, what I did was I was like, okay, what kind of, I don't know, Kyle, if you know what I do, but my scripted videos are kind of Onion-esque. You know, they're all satire. I basically just make shit up. You know, for instance, I made a video that said Jeffrey Toobin is suing Zoom for defamation. That's the guy that got caught jacking off in the Zoom meeting with all those highfalutin writers from the New Yorker, and he lost his job from CNN, that guy. So I just make shit up, basically, Kyle. So this one that I made up about Tom and Jerry was that Tom and Jerry, that they shafted a black actor and replaced him with they replaced a black actor with a white one. And, oh my God, this fucking guy. And I have this one fucking friend that I haven't talked to in forever. And this continues to try to call me on Facebook. Oh, look, he's doing it again, this fucking dumb whore. And I'll just shut down Facebook. And I got to let me turn off my phone because this fucking guy's an idiot. So, anyway, I tell him, if you want to talk to me, call me on my fucking phone. Don't call me. I don't want to answer a call through Facebook. And he doesn't listen to me. And he just keeps calling. Whatever. It's a side note. So the point is, my angle on this Tom and Jerry video, the story I made up, was that Mamatouche... Jesus Christ, I'm forgetting. I only typed in the name of the character 20 billion times, and it's Mammy Two Shoes. I was like, what's wrong with me? Mammy Two Shoes. Remember her? She was the. Oh, Kyle, you already watched it 2 minutes ago. Typed in bump. Thanks, Kyle. So I basically said that they replaced the black woman that was originally in the original Tom and Jerry cartoons. Remember in the original Tom and Jerry cartoons, there was this fat black maid, and you almost never saw her face. They only showed her face once or twice, I think, in the history of the cartoons. And it was always Thomas, and she was, you got to get that mouse. And she would be, jumping on the chair. Thomas, get that. That was the whole thing, right? And so it was this fat black maid and Mammy Two Shoes. And not in a million years would they ever try to recreate that character in a modern version of Tom and Jerry. So I accused them of racism for replacing Mammy Two Shoes with a skinny white woman. So I was like, this is bullshit. They got rid of Mammy Two. They gave a role that was normally for a black woman, Mammy Two Shoes, and they gave it away to a white woman. So that was the angle. Anyway, so then what I did, so I picked a trending topic on YouTube. Then I had this angle, right, that they shafted a black actor, and then made up a bunch of other ridiculous shit about how, why don't they have a real cat and mouse play Tom and Jerry instead of animating them? There's plenty of cats and mice in LA that could play those roles. Why give it, why cartoon it, when they could have a real cat? So it was just silly, my normal silly shit, right? So, but then in the actual title and in all of the tags, I use a tool that I have from, I'm an expert goddamn marketer. I own my own company doing comedy and magic shows for corporate events. I'm a motherfucker of a direct marketer, and I've been optimizing videos for my specific niche for a million years. So I just applied what I know about optimizing YouTube videos for corporate entertainment and applied it to this. So I don't know. It's still to this day, my best video was the Chris D'Elia one. And I don't know. I guess I just got that video up at the right time. Haven't watched it yet, actually. Someone will agree and take it seriously, though. Oh, they do it with The Onion. You know The Onion, that satirical newspaper with basically just made up stories like that? People think it's real all the time. People are retarded. It kind of bums me out that I drank this whole 100 milligrams and I don't feel that high. And I'm smoking weed on top of it. Maybe it's time to take a break from weed for like a month because I just really don't get high anymore. That's pretty stupid, right? I drank the whole fucking thing. This is supposed to be 10 servings. I had a feeling it wouldn't do much because a neighbor gave me some gummies that were 10 milligrams apiece, and I had 4 of those at once. That was 40, and I didn't feel anything. And I'm like, if 40 didn't do shit, let's go to 100. I'm not a big edibles guy. I mostly smoke. And occasionally we'll resort to a vape pen depending on where I'm traveling in certain circumstances. Vape pens are usually better for the road. You're in a rental car. You don't smell up the rental car, you know. And if you take your vape pen to towns where weed's illegal, you don't have that smell. It's so weird, man. Back when I used to, before COVID, when I used to actually be on the road, it was so fucking weird to go to certain states where it's like, wow, it's like a time capsule. They can still smoke in bars. And if I get caught smoking weed, I'm going to jail. It was very exciting at times. All right. Anybody have an opinion on this one? Ask yourself this. Why are they pushing so hard a vaccine for a virus with a 99.8% survival rate? I don't know what the answer is. I don't know anything anymore. You know, it's like if the survival rate is so high, then why are there so many fucking people dead? The Onion had that one where Trump fires his Jewish cabinet members and it's just Trump wearing a gas mask. I didn't see that. That's brilliant. Fuck. That's really funny. A classic Onion headline I always loved was the one that said, it was, I forget the number, but it was like, miracle of birth happens for 185 billionth time, or something like that. So it's like, yes, it's quite the miracle. I'm confused. Adam Hunter says he shot my, here, check it out. Shot my hour special tonight for the UFC. It was such a blast. Thanks to everyone who helped make it. So wait, he did. Does he mean he shot a comedy special in front of the UFC? All right, well, good for him. Gotta. He's been coming up a lot lately, Adam Hunter. Someone just brought him up to me. I can't remember why. I've met him. I don't know him. Portuguese court rules PCR test is unreliable and unlawful to quarantine people. This is just my Twitter feed. If you, we're gonna check twending Twitter in a moment. Fucking COVID really does seem to be out of fucking control right now, eh? I don't know why I just turned into a Canadian, eh? Brussels sprouts, man. Sure do like Brussels sprouts. I like them. I guess they're like roasted was the way I had them when I fell in love with them. I don't know, all these highfalutin gigs I work, there would always be these Brussels sprouts that were out of this fucking world. It was like a staple of all the best places I gigged, like best private parties always had Brussels sprouts. It's 0.65%. It's because it spreads so fast. Ebola has 70% mortality rate, but it's less deadly because it's hard to spread. Deaths in twice what they were a month ago, and same death rate for corona. So deaths and twice what they were a month ago, but the same. Okay, it's also like 10% mortality rate if untreated for where hospitals get overrun. Gotcha. Thank you, Kyle. What a fucking excellent explanation. What happened here with Ben Shapiro? Quit beating around the bush. That's my boy Maddox. If you didn't know, I'm part of the Madcast Media Network, and he's the guy in charge of it. Is this real though? Did Ben Shapiro? What would bring that on? It's hard not to read this in his voice. All right. Look at this. What do we got here? Johnny Thompson. The magic of Johnny Thompson. Wow. Teller's personal copy. Wow. I wonder what that's going to go for. Let's see. Wish I had the Bitcoin. I don't even know what that means. It's just something. I'm not putting a lot of effort into that, but it would be cool. All right. Should let's see. What is Gavin Newsom? They're locking us down so fucking hard, and we've never not been locked down in LA. It's about to get worse. Inclusive high school comedy. That sounds awful. Coming of age high school trans comedy. Ugh. That sounds awful. Someone needs to do an old school R-rated 80s Porky's, Revenge of the Nerds kind of, style comedy. Skin Deep with John Ritter, something like that. Just, LA County officials painted a dire picture today of what the coming weeks could look like if COVID isn't controlled. Oh, boy. All good news everywhere you look, right, my friends? Hey, you're supposed to remind me. You're supposed to say, Zach, remember, comedy show. This is all jokes, or at least an attempt at those. If I drift, you got to keep me on track. It's easy to drift these days. My boy Sam Tripoli says anyone with a blue check mark and a mask on their profile pic should be seen as a threat to your personal free will and blocked immediately. You have been warned. Sam's my boy. Gotta like what he does. Let's see. LA told to stay at home as much as possible as COVID-19 brings a new level of danger. All we have done is what they have asked us to do, and it hasn't worked, so why go harder in the paint? Fuck all these assholes and the clique they claim. I'm just going to, again, he's my friend. Here's the thing, guys. Even if I don't agree with my friends, I like their stuff because they're my friends. Do you know how often Sam Tripoli likes my posts? Fucking never. The only time Sam Tripoli likes my posts is if I retweet them with the comment like, right on, Sam, and then he'll like it. You know how long I've known Sam Tripoli? 13 years. The last time I saw Sam Tripoli, it was to perform at his mother-in-law's or grandmother-in-law's birthday. I forget if it was his grandmother-in-law or mother-in-law's birthday. He's my friend. Doesn't like anything I do. But I don't care. I like him. That's the kind of friend I am. It's like an abusive relationship. What do we get here? Well, I agree with Ann Coulter here. We're getting another war. I assume as soon as Biden gets in there, they'll figure out a way to go to war. They love it. They can't get enough. All right, let's check out Twending. Twending Twitter. This is Twending Twitter for me. Not for you, but for me. This is a reflection of my dark personality. Okay. War crimes committed in Afghanistan. No shit. Tyson Foods. Mike Tyson Foods accused of betting money on kicking Zach's ass. Okay, let's see. Tom Cotton. What's his middle name? Pixelata? California election news update. Bobby Brown's son's dead. That's very sad. Christmas tree went up in Rock Center. The story behind the married king of Thailand's girlfriend who gives a shit can only happen in the movies. Have you guys noticed it's been a struggle to find fun shit to talk about? Not just to me. I was listening to Adam Carolla, and he was like, I was looking at everything I could to figure out what I wanted to talk about today, and it's like, it's having a tough time. But I'm a goddamn pro. I'll find something eventually. I'm bummed that you guys, I guess more of you saw my Mandalorian rant than I realized. I wanted to do it again, but this Fresh Prince by the way, it's like, it's a dramatic version. I keep skipping it because I just have no interest. If you don't know what it is, they basically did a reboot of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but it's a drama now. So now it's serious. You know what I used to hate? Like on Thursday nights, it was the best night for TV at one point, right? It was kicked off with Family Ties and then went into, I believe, The Cosby Show and then Cheers and then Night Court. And was that it? What was after Night Court? But it was just a great night of TV. We used to have a joke in my house, family viewing night, because we all loved Thursday nights. We'd all get together and watch family viewing night, Thursday nights, And it was really fun. Four Seasons Hotel is golden comedy material. No shit. That was ridiculous, Kyle. But one of the shows, Family Ties, one of the things about that show is it jumped the shark eventually. because we all loved Family Ties. Alex P. Keaton, he's a Republican. His parents are liberals, and he loved Reagan. They hated Reagan. There was this great episode where he starts doing speed, and he realizes it's doing great in school because he can stay up all night and study, and his parents have to intervene on him doing speed. Anyway, one of the what happened was, instead of it being a pure comedy, it started turning into like an after school special. And they started having all of these like serious episodes. And we would all get bummed. We'd be like, are they going to have a funny episode tonight, or is it going to be another serious episode? Because we want to fucking laugh. And it'd be like, oh no, someone's got cancer, someone's got this, someone's got AIDS, everybody's got AIDS, everybody's got cancer, everybody's dead, everybody's sad. That's what Family Ties turned into. Someone's got a drinking problem, someone's killing themselves. So we stopped watching it, really. Or what we would do is we would turn it on, and if we realized, oh, it's going to be another sappy episode, we would just watch something else, and or mute it and bullshit, and then wait for Cosby Show to come on. Who knew we were watching one of the biggest serial rapists of all time? But that's aside the point. How did I get on this? I was talking about because now Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they've rebooted it as a drama. It's like, so you took something that was like this legendary thing and you just decided to fuck it all up. You decided to turn it into Family Ties when Family Ties sucked. Have you seen it, Zach? Maybe it's good, okay? Maybe it's the wholesome show this world needs right now, okay, mister? All right. Whatever. Fucking gay is what I say. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So much basketball shit trending. God, Trey, look at all this. So much sports. Everything trending is sports. Man, Twitter is really twiking out. All right, let's check news. And then, oh, Jesus Christ. It's time to mandate face mask, and not just any kind of face covering. Who will get the vaccine first? New level of danger. What a great time. This is what I was telling you before. I saw articles that said certain mouthwashes could maybe reduce COVID in the saliva, but you got to get the one here with this ingredient, human centipede perineum chloride. So if you're in the grocery store and you're like, all right, I got to get that COVID mouthwash, remember, human centipede pyrimidinium chloride. Biden announces some senior members of his White House staff. So it's not enough that he's a senior. Everybody he hires is going to be old as fuck too. All right. I apologize. I'm sorry I made that joke. You know it's going to happen again. Probably a joke worse than that. But hey, we're trying here, people. I'm trying to cheer you up. I'm trying to get you away from this cruel, dark world we're facing. This world with no hope, with no light at the end of the tunnel, with economic breakdown. By the way, I really would love it if you would become member number 15 of the Zach Waldman fan club. Adriana Chechik, I saw her get a $4,000 tip, and I get it. She's way more famous than I am. I understand. But it sure would be nice of you to spend, I don't know, $5 by going, if you go to zachwaldman.com/fans and join my fan club, that'd be really cool. I teach you magic tricks and bar bets, and you get access to exclusive content. And all of these live streams go right behind the paywall after I do them. And I'm going to be doing some virtual magic shows, and you'll get free access to those. And there's all kinds of things I offer in the fan club. So, really appreciate it if you would join. And if you don't have $5 go to zachwellman.com/fans anyway, and you'll find there's some things you can do there that are completely free to support me. But if you do become a member of the fan club, your name gets added to that scroll on the bottom of the screen. Those are all current members of the fan club. And of course, I'll make you your own personal stinger. Stingers, it's like when you enter the chat room, I greet you with them. Like, you saw, if you didn't see Jordan, I guess he's still here, but here's Jordan's. So, do me a solid, man, and join that fan club. Women face a special burden from the pandemic recession. Don't you just love how women always have it harder? They just always have it harder, guys. Just remember that, And, they're going to say things like, well, don't you get it? Because they're single moms. Well, they should have chosen better men. Let's see why they say women have it harder. I can tell you why I have it harder than some of these women. How about that? Child care closings, remote schooling. They're pushing women out of jobs they held, preventing others from seeking new ones. Yeah, we're all fucked. I don't want to hear about how you have it worse. Everybody is their own level of fucked, all right? Like, okay. I've been completely, I had one lucky week where I booked a few private parties that I probably shouldn't have done, but I did them. They were outside. And I needed the money. And I did, actually, it's the week you saw me, Kyle. That one little week there, from Saturday to Saturday, you saw me on a Tuesday, is when we did the live. Well, maybe you saw video on demand. When I did it live, it was on a Tuesday. But I did a private party on Saturday. Adriana hired me. That was the third time she's hired me. She's the greatest. Hired me, a third time on that Tuesday. Then a corporate event on Friday virtually. Then a gig at a drug and alcohol rehab in person on Friday afternoon, and then a private party on Saturday. I had that 1 week. And it was like the fucking, I just caught up on a bunch of shit, So I got really lucky there, man. And, but other than that, my business has been totally fucked. I'm a full-time goddamn comedian and magician. Everything's been, and I've been locked in 4 walls alone by myself, no girlfriend. I mean, now I've got a friend who's married with 3 kids. And he's used to working from home. But guess what? He has it really hard himself because this motherfucker's poor daughters can't go to school, and one of them can, one of them can't. And so just because he's still working and he's used to working from home doesn't mean that that poor cocksucker isn't stressed out. Everybody's got their own version of fuck. That's the kind of the good thing about this. This is not like it's happening to just you. This is all of us. We're all on this big fucking. We're at this big fucking nightmare together. Poor single mom's an oxymoron. If they're actually poor, they just sell the kid. Exactly, Kyle. It's like saying poor Rolex owner. Just sell if you're poor. Yeah, you know what? Sell one of its fucking extra organs, you know. Sell a lung. Say, look, we're gonna have to donate one of your lungs to science. We're gonna be a lung donor. Sure, your cardio is not gonna be what the other kids is, but you know, you weren't much of a kickball player anyway. Exactly, Kyle. This guy gets it. I need more shit like that. More people like Kyle that actually contribute, like they give me a little something to go with. It's, you know, it's a triple punch. Hear this, guys? Women dominate the industries that are suffering the most. State and local governments layoffs followed in a recession, and those two are dominated by women. School closures and less daycare puts huge burdens on women. Women. Inequality in the home in terms of household and child care responsibilities influence poor women. You know what? You shouldn't have had the kids then. You fucking human cats. People think that, you know, pussies are, you know, cats are called pussies. It has nothing to do with pussies. It has to do with the cats have litters of kids, and that's what women do. That's why they're alike. Service workers have it worse. Women in POC are disproportionately in service. Why they're hers? But isn't it because they're in those groups? It's because they're in the service. Look, worse is all relative. Like, okay, I know this one entertainer. He's been completely unable to work due to COVID. And he has it better than any of us. His name is Bruce Springsteen. You see what I'm saying? It just... Stop. Here's the thing. Instead of stop... The answer to this is you don't compare yourself to other people. If you can learn to not compare yourself to other people and put your head down and work on yourself and compare yourself to yourself on a daily basis, that's the best thing you could do in life. It's the most scientific thing as well. Because when you compare yourself to other people, you don't know, you're not comparing apples to oranges. There's too many variables, too many things you don't know. It's like, oh, look, those people, I wish I was in their shoes. And then the next day you hear that the fucking, you know, mom drove the whole family off a bridge and killed them all because of postpartum depression. You're like, oh shit, that whole family of 6 driven off a bridge in a van with the doors welded shut by the psycho mom, right? Something like that. And you're like, I thought they had it better than I did, but nope, they're all fucking loony, or the mom was. So you get my point. You never know what's going on. But scientifically, you can compare yourself to yourself because well, that's one thing. It's you. So you could say, all right, I want to, weigh this by this amount of time, and you could put your head down and you could use MyFitnessPal and you could chart your progress and not compare yourself. Like, I've been doing jujitsu for 13 years. And most of this year has been a fucking wash. I mean, I was training on the DL. They don't even have 9 lives, the worst version, yeah. And you can't put them to sleep either, Kyle. It's like you can't take them to the doctor, and doctor's like, it's time to put this wife down. Okay, should I stay in the room while you do it? If you want to. But I fucked up my rotator cuff. So, but most people would have probably had their black belt by now. I'm still a brown belt. Some guys get their black belts in 8 years because they go to class twice a day, every day. They're young. They've got nothing else to do except study jiu-jitsu and go to jiu-jitsu, and they live and breathe jiu-jitsu. Joe Rogan, I think it took him 18 years to get his black belt, I believe. But Joe Rogan does a lot of shit, and I do a lot of shit. I'm also 46 motherfucking years old, and Joe Rogan's older than me. I used to train with Joe, and I was there. I'm on the video when he got his black belt. I was there that night. My point is, I don't compare myself to anybody. I don't. When I go to jiu-jitsu, my battle's with me. It's like, how many times did I go this week? My goal is to go 4 nights a week. Did I make it 4 nights? That's a fucking victory. All right. Did I get there on time? Nope, I didn't get there on time once. Okay, next week, the goal is, it's always incremental improvement for me. So you got there 4 nights in a row. Cool, goal accomplished. You do that all the time. That's easy for you. Let's up the ante. Let's try to get to class on time, Waldman. What time do you get there normally? 9 o'clock? Oh, how about we go for 8:50? Could we get there 10 minutes earlier, Waldman? And there's still people that are actually there on time, but there's still people later than me. But guess what? I'm not comparing myself to the people who are later than me or earlier than me. Comparing myself to me. What's up, Steven? How you doing, buddy? See ya. Steven, I always ask you this. Are you the Steven are you a fan club member, Steven? Are you the Steven in the bottom there? In the scroll? You're encrypted. So, let's see. Oh, no, Steve Z. Okay, I see. Sorry, man. I'm always mixing you guys up. I wanted to make Steve Z a stinger, and I wanted to ask him what he wanted for his stinger. And so, you're not the guy. Rotator cuff injury is so common. Bench press has the highest injury rate of any gym. Lift twice that of deadlifts. Yeah, bro. This was, I wasn't lifting weights, man. It was an arm bar. I was rolling with a friend of mine, like I said, on the DL. And he tried to throw an arm bar up on me. And it wasn't in. And I just turned a weird way. I don't know. It just popped. I'll tell you, this is what's happened to me. I hadn't gone to jiu-jitsu for a while due to COVID. When I started going back, a lot of old injuries that I've had for a long time that I'm used to suddenly came back but felt worse. So, for example, my right knee is pretty fucked up. And I'm used to it just kind of always being sore, and I always kind of work around it. It's just, that's my fucked up knee, right? When I went back to jiu-jitsu and started training, underground on the DL, my fucking knee was really tweaked out. I'm like, man, it blew up and it was just really sore. This rotator cuff was also something that's been fucked up for a long time, but not like this. This time it popped. It made a popping sound. And I am a little concerned that I tore it. I don't know though. It hurts real fucking bad. And I'm dying to go back to jiu-jitsu. I can't do it though. It's too fucked up. All right. So twending Twitter has been a nightmare. Let's see if we can get some yucks out of Yahoo News. Unethical and possibly illegal. Lindsey Graham under fire. Don't give a fuck. You know me, I try to avoid politics. Police bust Florida child sex trafficking network. I feel like Florida child sex trafficking network might be the longest oxymoron in the history of the world. No, chiropractors aren't real, Stephen. You didn't know that? Chiropractors aren't doctors, and they are essentially to medicine what like tarot card readers are to your future. There's yeah. I might dislike chiropractors more than psychics, because it's like, if you're stupid enough to believe in psychics and pay them money, come on, it's readily out there. But a lot of people think chiropractors are legitimate. They're like faith healers, man. By the way, what's the point of temperature checks for COVID when you can have COVID and not even have a temperature? Stimulus end could pull the rug out from the economy. It's already been pulled out. I need a fucking week like that week I had where Chechik hired me, because like one more week like that and I would be, boy, I'd feel a lot better about things. But seriously, folks, Florida child sex trafficking network. And by the way, I said the wrong word. Maybe that edible did work. I said world's longest oxymoron. I take that back. What I meant to say, my friends, was it was all the most redundant. It might be the most redundant sentence in the history of the world, is what I was attempting to say. Hey, I think those edibles did something. I feel like maybe I got a little. Maybe it just took a long time. The 100 milligrams. I don't know. But I feel like, how long have I been casting? Let's see here. I don't know why. I don't know how long it's been. I should be able to tell here, but whatever. Florida and Cali, I'd expect to have the highest of that stuff. Illegal immigrants, populated cities, unfortunately, the highest risk of being trafficked, easy targets. 93 minutes on YouTube. So, yeah, I drank this an hour. No, I drank this 93 minutes ago. This was, for those of you that just got here, this was, brand is called Quickies, cannabis-infused beverage, Pineapple Express Hybrid, 100 milligrams THC, 0 milligrams CBD. I drank the whole fucking bottle. And I was like getting depressed because I've been smoking, waiting for it to kick in, going, if drinking 100 milligrams doesn't get me high, I might have to take a break off of weed for like a month, because I just can't get high. So anyway, thank you. Usually takes 2 hours for you? Okay, maybe for me too. It's weird that you can see 93 minutes. I've got another monitor here. It's a totally separate computer, actually, that to monitor the live stream. And maybe if I refreshed, it would show me. Let's see. Because it usually will only show me when I hit like 2 hours, 3 hours. Let's see. Yeah, it's so weird. It doesn't show me on that one. Whatever. Somehow I lost 3 subscribers lately. I wonder what I did. This is, oh my God, dude. Look, guys, I'm doing everything I can to yuck it up with you, but you see what the news is here. This is just the beginning. Doc, 28, sick with COVID, pleads with public. Woman, okay, here's something. Let's check this out. Woman devises strategy to catch cheating partners in the act. There goes my engagement. All right, this might be fun. All right, ladies, are you worried that your significant other might be using OnlyFans behind your back to pay for nude photos and explicit videos of other people? Why would you have to do it behind their back? It's just porn. Like, if you're dating somebody, why would they care? Do you fear that if you ask them whether they have an OnlyFans account, they'll just lie to your face about it? Okay, so this is how to check whether your partner has an OnlyFans account. Go to OnlyFans and try to sign up with your man's email. If it's already been used, do what you need to do. I don't understand what's wrong with having an OnlyFans. I don't get it. Like, why would your girlfriend or wife care if you... That's not cheating. It's porn. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't mean they're actively using it. It just means they've been there before. And boyfriend's been hiding the account. There goes my engagement. What? I don't get that. Am I alone here? Clearly, all these bitches ended ending their relationships over it. The fuck's that about? Putting foot pics behind a paywall is not relationship ending, right? Yeah, what's the difference between that and porn? I'm not being facetious. Can somebody here explain this to me? What the fuck am I missing? I'm very confused. I'm trying to think. By the way, I have an OnlyFans, but it's for my content, and I literally have one video on it. I was just like, there's too many things. Maybe I have 2 videos, but I'm like, there's too many places to upload shit to. The person that told me to get an OnlyFans was Adriana Chechik, by the way. She said that only, people think it's all porn, but only a third of the site is porn. The fact is that the site, has been around a while and people use it just as a place to, like a Patreon, to have a paywall. And I said, well, I have my own paid wall at zachwaldman.com/fans. So that way I don't have to worry about the platform deplatforming me for being offensive, doing something they don't like. And also, I don't have to pay a commission. I get to keep the whole thing outside of the credit card or PayPal processing fees, right? So she said, but there's a lot of traffic on OnlyFans. And if you are there, you could push that traffic too. Anyway, but then I decided I'm just going to stick to YouTube, try to make it work. And so let's go back to... Oh, this is what I was checking. Okay. I was going to see if this would be a better source for fun news to talk about. Let's try. This, I've just noticed, I never really look at. I don't even know what this is. It's just when I open up, I guess it's Google. Oh, it's recommended by Pocket. I don't know why I have Pocket here, but okay. Super strange true love story. My disappearing fiance. Don't care. Easy cheesy instant pot lasagna. Ooh, THC infused lasagna. Oh, it's in a crock pot. Best mattress. Fiercest music's 30 fiercest feuds and beefs. Do we care? Maybe we care. I think we care. Oh, within the fight? Within the band? Or Lennon McCartney? I was more of a Lennon fan than McCartney fan. I think in a fight, Lennon would probably win. McCartney, they both had horrible taste in women. Brian Wilson, Mike Love. Brian Wilson was batshit crazy. Both of them have crazy as fuck eyes, though. Both of them would kick Lennon and McCartney's asses, I guarantee that. I would not want to fuck with those two crazy-looking fucks. Don Felder versus Don Henley and Glenn Fry. Yeah, the Eagles, notorious. You guys like the Eagles? It's funny in The Big Lebowski where he's like, Hey man, I just had a really tough night and I just really hate the fucking Eagles. Would you mind turning that off? I just really hate the fucking Eagles. And the cab driver kicks him out. Felder wanted to sing his song. Didn't come up to the band standards. They wiped his vocals, recorded it with Henley. All right, what do we got here? Roger Waters and David Gilmour. Yeah, this is the one that breaks my heart. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. I'll tell you Pink Floyd stories. I got Pink Floyd stories. Never met any of them. Love Pink Floyd since I was a little kid. My sister turned me on to them at a very young age. The oldest of my three sisters. Huge influence on my musical taste. My brother, too, though, because he's a fucking amazing jazz and blues sax player. He's the guy playing sax on all the music I play on. At well, not those little shitty. Not like at the start of the show, before the show starts, the very beginning. Anywho, when so I used to listen. My sister would on vinyl would put on Pink Floyd albums for me, and sit me in a beanbag with headphones, and I would just sit there and listen to Pink Floyd nonstop. Had the album cover, the liner notes, the lyrics, the whole thing, right? And as a matter of fact, back then to buy a VHS tape was super expensive. To actually purchase one, maybe, and we're talking in 1980. We bought the VHS tape. God, I fucking remember it like yesterday. This was going to be probably 1985 or 86, somewhere in there. And it was at the 163rd Street Mall in North Miami Beach, Florida. Right next to North Miami Beach Senior High School, where my sister went to high school. And there was the mall there was a store called Specs. And Specs Music, it was a record store, and probably had a few CDs at that point, I'm imagining. But they also had... it was a music store, but they had some VHS tapes that, were concerts and stuff. And I would go to the mall and just stare through the glass at Pink Floyd The Wall, because I had never seen the movie, My sister saw it, I guess, in the theater or whatever, and I'd seen the laser light show at the planetarium, and I'd heard the album, but I'd never had seen the movie. It wasn't like it was showing anywhere. It was just, again, 1985 or something like that. I think when, well, it doesn't matter. So it was probably 80, yeah, it was either 85 or 86. I'm in elementary school, obviously, and I'm in I guess I was in 5th or 6th grade. I'm trying to remember. I think I was in 5th grade, so I was 11. And so I just, I think I saved up money from, I don't know what I did, and her and I split it. And we went and we bought Pink Floyd The Wall on VHS, which I still have it. I still have my Pink Floyd The Wall VHS tape that we bought all those years ago. And it's funny, I hesitated on the name of the record store being Specs. I'm 99% sure that's what it was. There was a lot of record stores back then, and sometimes places would change names. It was, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was Specs. Anyway, we, because there was also Peaches, but it wasn't Peaches, and there was other ones, but I'm pretty sure this at 163rd Street Mall it was Specs, and That's SPECS, before you think I'm saying something racist. And Spanish person in custody. That's where SPIC comes from, by the way. It comes from, by the way, if you didn't know that. Spanish person in custody, SPIC. So we watched The Wall together, and I was blown away. And I watched it a billion times, of course, and nothing better than Pink Floyd, The Wall. So I had this, one day it's like getting late. My sister's like, you got to go to bed. It's time. You got to go to school tomorrow. I go, well, I still have homework to do. She goes, what do you got to do? And I said, well, I got this assignment. I'm supposed to memorize something and then like present it in front of class. She's like, it's due tomorrow? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what do you have to memorize? I'm like, it has to be like a page long, and I have to write it out so she can read along with it. And it could be whatever I want, though. But the idea is she holds on to it, and I stand up there, and it's supposed to be a speaking assignment and memorizing, right? And she's like, and it's due tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, it's supposed to be like a poem or some shit. And my sister was all pissed off because I was always, doing this in school. And she's like, okay, this is what you do. You tell your teacher you're going to recite excerpts from Pink Floyd, The Wall. And I was like, well, what's an excerpt? She's like, that means it's part of something. I was like, okay, excerpt. I had to like learn that word, how to spell it and shit. And she's like, and you're just going to copy the lyrics. She's off the fucking liner notes, and you already have it memorized. You've only heard this shit a billion times. My sister, though, my teacher at this time was a horrible, horrible person. And my sister knew that and knew I hated her, and my sister hated her. And my sister was, much older than me, 10 years older than me. And so, but she knew I was going through all kinds of shit. I went to a nightmare. I had a nightmare situation in elementary school. Elementary school was a fucking nightmare for me. That's a side note. But anyway, my sister had a sense of humor. She knew how to like push buttons. So she purposely had me memorize Another Brick in the Wall, which is, that whole part with, when the teachers would come home at night, their fat psychopathic wives would thrash them within inches of their lives. And so here I am, 11 years old, in front of the class, and she's like, and I want you to perform it when you do it. I don't want you to just fucking read it like a robot. So she made sure that like I rehearsed it in front of her. And so when I got in front of class, I was like, and when they got home at night, their fat psychopathic wives thrashed them within inches of their lives. We don't need no education. We don't, you know what I mean? We don't need no thought control. That was my sister's fucking sense of humor. Shocking, I ended up being a comic, right? Youngest of six, and with that kind of influence, with my older sister practically raised me, so that's not a surprise. This is how I ended up. She took me to see Roger Waters live and explained to me that, him and David Gilmour had this big war going, and she got me it was the tour. It was the first time I ever saw Roger Waters. It was the Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking tour. And she bought me a t-shirt, which I'm sure I still have as well. I have all those old concert tees. And it was the album cover. And the album cover of Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking was a naked woman with nothing but a backpack on hitchhiking. I will I will bring up the image for you. And there it is. Boom. So the album cover actually came in a censored version as well. There was a version that was censored. And believe it or not, my sister had that one. She might not have known. But the T-shirt looked like this, with her bare ass. And again, this was the 80s. Things were different back then. And there was no dress code. Kids were still smoking, were still allowed to take smoke breaks in high school in Florida in 1985. So I wore that T-shirt, and that same teacher was just one more time she shook her head at me. And so anytime anybody asked me, what's the best concert you ever went to in your life, it was always Roger Waters. Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. That was it. That was the fucking greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life. And it remained the undefeated champion. A close second place was I saw The Who, the very first concert they did after John Entwistle died. It was at the Hollywood Bowl, and that was amazing. But still, Roger Waters had been the best one. Then The Who got pushed down to third place because Roger Waters toured The Wall. And me and some buddies went and saw The Wall in Anaheim with Roger Waters. And it was the greatest. And we all ate mushrooms. And it was the greatest goddamn experience maybe of my life, next to getting my dick sucked for the first time and a finger in at the same time, and like a hand around the balls, and anyway, forehand and massage. So the point is, it was amazing. It was so amazing that my pal Lou and I went back and saw it again the next night. So it was without mushrooms, unfortunately, but it was fucking amazing. And then, yeah, this is the one where they built the wall on the stage throughout the show, and they had all these projections on it. I mean, it was the most I said to Lou, Lou, if you had a time machine and you could go back to like Woodstock, but in actually like in good seats or a good spot, like up at the front, and you could be and see all those legends, or Monterey Pop Festival, or is there another concert? Is there something else you would rather see? He said, I honestly, and he's a musician, he's like, I really wouldn't. And I'm like, I agree. I don't think I would trade that experience for fucking anything I've ever seen. I don't think I would rather better. If you could say, we can go see Mozart right now. I don't think so. Like, I mean, I would do it, but like if I had to trade the experience, nah, it was so fucking good. And so then, my girl Sheila, her office where she used to work gave away tickets sometimes, and if nobody wanted them, it would go to her, and she knew how I felt about Roger Waters, so we went and saw, I think it was called Sound and Light Tour or something like that. Had a bunch of anti-Trump stuff, and it was fucking amazing. I ate shrooms, but the tiny amount. It didn't do too much, and she didn't, and it was a great experience. It's Roger Waters. What can you say? It's always great. It's you never pass up a chance to see Roger Waters. You just don't. Whatever it costs, he's getting older. Whatever it costs you, you go and you see him. I'm telling you, do not fucking miss it. If I could see him, I would take my unemployment and be further behind on my rent to go see him again. I mean, that really, I would skip food to go see him again. You don't need food. Eat the mushrooms. You'd rather do that on an empty stomach anyway. So I will say this, though. I saw Pink Floyd. I believe it was the Learning to Fly tour, I think. And this was in South Florida, I think Joe Robbie Stadium, perhaps. Also in the late 80s. And it was the first half of the concert was boring as fuck. And it was Pink Floyd, sans Roger Waters. It was just David Gilmour. You know, it's Pink Floyd without Roger Waters, which is fucking like driving on three wheels, man. And not on a trike. I mean, like on a car, like on a vehicle where three wheels is not good. All right. So it was boring as fuck. And then the second half was much better because then they did all their old shit. Still wasn't as, it still doesn't even rank as one of my favorite concerts. It wasn't one of the worst concerts I went to, but it was like, if I never had seen that, I would have been okay. Whereas I wouldn't trade one Roger Waters concert for any other concert. Now, The Who, like I said, I mean, if we can call all of Roger Waters' concerts that I've seen, if we can call them all one thing, The Who is still in second place. That show that they did at the Hollywood Bowl night after, it was the first show they did after John Entwistle died. They were supposed to kick off their tour in Vegas at the Hard Rock, and Entwistle passed away there, and they canceled the tour, and then like a day later said, no, it's on, but we're going to, instead of kicking it off in Vegas, we need a couple days, we're going to kick it off in the Hollywood Bowl. Still a little cough from the cold I had. And sorry, didn't mean to sniffle there. I've been trying to use the cough button as much as I can to save you guys sniffles and coughs. Some coughs weed related, some coughs residual being sick related. Anyway, so it was an amazing, amazing concert. And my girlfriend at the time, this is many years ago, this is like, I don't know, 18, 19 years ago. She wasn't like a big Who fan until that night. And it was just transcendental. Anybody that has ever, I've heard the Who, I actually bought this really expensive souvenir, and it talked about how the concert's always great, but sometimes it's transcendental or transcendent. And that's what this was. And I'm sure they were just playing their hearts out because they had just lost John Entwistle. And it was fucking amazing. But imagine, and it's funny, Roger Waters actually, in one of the concerts I saw him in, talked about how he had grown up and he wasn't the bitter fuck that he used to be. He wasn't so angry anymore. He let a lot of things go. They got upset with his unwillingness to compromise in the studio. He was pushed into the role of creative taskmaster due to the diminishing input of his less than talented bandmates. I agree. I think Roger Waters is a fucking outlier. He's like no other musician out there. There was no point in Gilmour, Mason, or Wright trying to write lyrics, he countered in Rolling Stone, because they'll never be as good as mine. Gilmour's lyrics are very third rate. I agree. Compared to Roger Waters, they are. Wow. So, I solo endeavors, 1985. Let's see. I want to see if I can find. There was momentary lapse of reason was 1987. That might have been the concert. I don't know. That doesn't feel right to me. I don't think that's what it was. I think it might have been Division Bell. I got to look. Let me see what the Division Bell cover looks like. I may have seen this. Fuck, that's not it. I don't think that was it. I can't remember which album it was. What was the album with all the beds on it? In 2011, he brought out Gilmore and Mason for a guest appearance on Comfortably Numb during a performance at London's O2 Arena. I remember that. 2013, admitted he regretted the lawsuit over the band's name. When Gilmore and Mason polished off some old demos for releases a new Floyd album, The Endless River. In 2014, Waters declined to participate. It's too bad, man. But you know what? He really was. A momentary lapse of reason had the beds. Okay, that was the concert then. Yeah, and what year was that again? Because that was the concert I was at. That's what I remembered in my head was the beds. Yeah, 87. So I guess, yeah. That's. I don't know. I don't think I saw them in 87, no, because, yeah, I guess I must have. If that's when they toured it. I don't know if they toured it in 87. I don't give a. Who gives a fuck about these guys? Oh, the Kinks? Oh, I like the Kinks. I didn't recognize who they were at first. Okay. Simon and Garfunkel. Talk about one who did not need the other. Boy, I'm a huge Paul Simon fan. I saw him at the Greek. Holy fuck. I'm not much of an Art Garfunkel fan at all, to be honest with you. I like the original cute shit they did, but everything he does is such a downer. Keith Richards and Elton John. I didn't know they had a thing. That's funny. All right, whatever. I love both those guys. David Lee and Eddie Van. Love both them. You know how I feel about Van Halen. Roxanne Wars. Real Roxanne. Roxanne Shante and Real Roxanne. Can't give a fuck about that either. Hey, Dub Style. What's up? You missed the whole. I went on a whole fucking thing about Roger Waters. You missed it. And I believe you're right. I believe it was 84 was when he left. And I literally just read it off the thing. But hold on. Steven Tyler and Joe Perry. Toxic twins. Toxic twins. Yeah. Love Aerosmith. Slash and Axl. Love Guns N' Roses. All the best bands fight. Oasis. Well, sorry. I stand corrected. I like Blur though. They're cool. Tupac, Notorious B.I.G. That didn't work out well, did it? Kid Rock and Tommy Lee. Look at them titties. Just love me some side boob. Christy Brinkley, all-time greatest supermodel in my opinion. Prince versus Michael Jackson. I thought that was the same person. When Michael died, Prince died. Guns N' Roses and Nirvana. Gives a fuck. Such children, yes? Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. Look at them titties. I performed for Whitney Houston once, and she was batshit crazy. Never performed for Mariah Carey, though. Didn't Mariah Carey date that New York Yankee? Or am I mistaken? Because one time we had what we call a PDR, a private dining room in one of the high-end restaurants I used to do magic in. And someone said, hey, man, you don't want to go to the PDR tonight. And I'm trying to remember that it was a Yankee, unfortunately. I mean, I love the New York Yankees. That's what made this story unfortunate. It wasn't Derek Jeter. Who was Oh, A-Rod. That's what I was trying. He's like A-Rod, and who did A-Rod date? Did A-Rod date Mariah Carey? But anyway, it was A-Rod for sure. He goes, hey, man, don't go to the PDR tonight. It's A-Rod and whatever fucking whore he was dating, Madonna. And he's like, and there are a couple of fucking assholes. J-Lo? Okay. Thank you, Steven. And he's like, I wouldn't go in there if I were you because they're fucking being dicks. And so whenever any customer, I'm not just a celebrity, the servers would tell me, hey, stay away from table 13 if you know it's good for you because they're treating me like shit. And it was their way of saving me grief because they were like, you know, they knew that I didn't want to go over there if they weren't being treated right. Because how do you think they're going to treat a magician if they're not treating the server well? And also, fuck it. Why do I want to entertain people that are treating my friends shitty? 50 Cent and Jews rule. Nas and Jay-Z. Madonna and Elton John. Elton John's fighting with everybody. Why is everybody always fighting with... Why is Elton always fighting with... of course, the another one proving it's not just bad bands that fight. Were they... What shitty band were the Gallagher brothers in again? It was... I always thought I thought they were Oasis. Weren't they? Were they the Wonderwall people? Or were they, I forget. What were they? Yeah, Wonderwall. It's a good song, though. I know a band that covers Wonderwall, and it's good. Mariah Carey and J-Lo. We were just talking about her. Look at them titties. It's a titty tour. Lady Gaga and Madonna. Madonna, Elton John. It's like these two are always fighting. Kanye and Taylor. Swift, Meek Mill and Drake. I don't know what a Meek Mill is. Jack White and the Black Keys. That's a weird one. I'm a lot more to do with Jay-Z than the Black Keys, he told Rolling Stone. He didn't like being compared to them, I guess. There was emails between execs that leaked White bemoaned Elson's decision to send their kids to the same Nashville private school as Auerbach's children. That's a possible 12 fucking years I'm going to be sitting in kids' chairs next to that asshole with other people trying to lump us in together. He gets another free reign to follow me around and copy me and push himself into my world. Some of this shit is pretty funny. So fucking petty. Thought the hatchet was buried, but nope. Jack White is basically Bill Corgan's Dumbass Zero t-shirt in human form. Katy Perry and Taylor Swift. Why is T-Swift always fighting with people, huh? So there's certain people seem to always be fighting. How long is this fucking list, by the way? There I get it. Thank God. I was just trying to get to the end of that fucking thing. All right, guys. 30 years later, the great Milli Vanilli hoax. 7 things you don't know about Reservoir Dogs. I was a bad influence on the Beatles. James Taylor on Lennon, Love and Recovery. Okay. Beatles had a good time. And Lennon should have gone ahead and done whatever he you know, with the way things ended up for him, it's like you may as well have your kicks. If someone's going to assassinate you, may as well do all the drugs and all the shit you can before someone kills you. James Taylor should be happy that he showed him a good time. Which one would you bone first, Zach? Katy Perry or Taylor Swift? That's a good question. Let's take a look. Oops. Type in the... I don't know how that happened. Hold on a second. I got to look at them. Katy Perry. So here's the thing. I know a girl who really likes Taylor Swift, So if I said Taylor Swift, I could maybe get a threesome out of it. But I think Katy Perry, first of all, has bigger titties. And that's the most important thing in the world is titties. There's nothing more important. And little thicker and probably a better ass. And titties. I like that right there. And so that's Katy Perry. Let me take a look at T Swift. See what the Swifties are all fussing about. So okay, so there's the problem right away. There's no titties. Where are the titties? There are some titties, I guess. But I feel like these are fake titties. And I don't mean like implants. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of padding here. There's a lot of pushing. You know what I mean? Like, this is all padding, I think. I don't think, okay, here. What do we got here? My personal choice would be Katy Perry. I think she would be a better lay. I think she'd be more fun. I think she's crazier. And she's got titties. And she's a little thicker, probably has a better ass. You can't even find like a lot of sexy pictures of this whore because she's kind of uptight. She's very Pollyanna. And I don't think she's Pollyanna in public and then a filthy whore in bed. I just don't think she's that type. I think she's Pollyanna for reals. So my personal choice would be Katy Perry, but I think I would go with T Swift because I think I'd have a shot at getting a threesome with this other chick I know. But the girl I know also likes big old titties. And so if I had the option to ask her first, I would say, yes, Stephen, you agree. I think I would say to my girl, I would say, listen, I got a choice here between bringing home Katy Perry and T Swift. Which one do you want to have a threesome with? And if she's like, I don't want to have a threesome with you, I'd be like, why not? You've told me you have a thing for blondes, and they're both blonde, and one's got big tits, but one is one you're a fan of. And I thought it was just going to be a choice for you between big titties or being, more of a fan. And now here we are. We were not even going to have a threesome. Is that what you're telling me? I'm really glad I wasted my time here making this phone call. You know what I mean? You're the first person I thought of when I was asked the question. That's how much I care about you. They said, who do you want to bang, Katy Perry or T Swift? T Swiffer, Mr. T Swiffer. And I said, let me call my girl and ask her who we have a threesome with. Who's not even really my girl, I guess. I don't even know. Does anybody have a girl anymore? I don't know. So, this fucking Jeremy just took my night. This fuck. Adam Hunter liked my tweet. You want to do something in the world that's free and good? Hit the like button for people. Share their shit. Retweet it. It's free. I don't know why people... That's what social media is supposed to be for. Not just for sharing the most outrageous shit. It's like your friend shit. It's like, oh, this is my buddy's trying to do something. Let me share it. I have a friend. I don't even like her. She's been friends. I've known her for like 18 years or something. She drives me fucking nuts. I kind of hate her, but she's one of my best friends. Anyway, she cuts hair. She posts that, she advertises. I share her shit. And I hate love her. Anyway, don't forget you can support me by going to ZachWaldman.com/fans. See, now my thing says I've been casting since 2 hours ago. Now it shows a time. It doesn't show in between times. What is this? Celebrities learning comedy for stand-up and deliver? What is this about? Channel 4 has revealed the names of the celebrities dabbling in comedy for stand-up and deliver. Oh, no. This is going to be like Dancing with the Stars. Each of the stars will be coached by a professional comic in the 2-part series before performing in front of an audience of family and friends. Oof. David Baddiel will coach broadcaster Reverend Richard Coles, Jason Manford. These are a bunch of people I've never heard of. This has got to be in another country. What country is this? Channel 4 is revealed. When you just see Channel 4, oh, Scotland. Live comedy in London, Manchester. This is some shit in the UK. How long before that's done here? Yeah, I don't know how that other guy saw 93 minutes. I mean, I guess I could go into my studio shit in that view and see it, but all right. It's after midnight. I'm going to let it all hang out. All right, I think this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, it shows right below the video for me too, but I'm saying when that guy saw 93 minutes, I'm saying mine never shows 93. It'll show 2 hours. It'll show 3 hours. Oh. All right, well, so this is what I'm going to do, my friends. I'm going to see if anybody is, I don't know, done anything like made a little donation or something. If you want to make a donation, you can go to ZachWaldman.com/PayPal. Click right there. Let's see. Has anybody done shit? No, you haven't, you fucks. I'm hungry. And I want to watch The Mandalorian. What is this? Fucking weird. Okay. So I want to eat and watch The Mandalorian, and I got to take a leak. If somebody makes a donation, or if somebody becomes member number 15 of the fan club, then I'll take a leak. I'll put on some break music, a little New Breed Orchestra for one track. I'll refill my water. But if no one's going to donate dog shit, and no one's... See, here's the thing, man. I'm trying to build a pirate ship here, as Sam Tripoli would say. I'm looking for 1,000 fucking people to become fans. That's it. I'm not trying to get famous on YouTube. I'm not looking to run ads on my channel. My goal is to keep the ads when I'm allowed to. I need 1,000 subscribers to monetize the channel. Let's assume I get 1,000 subscribers of fucking eventually, and I can run ads. I'm going to put it to the most minimal settings. If I can turn them off altogether, I will, because my thing is, I'm not looking to make money running ads. I'm not looking to make money from views. I'm looking to make money from people that are like, I'm going to support this raw dog motherfucker. You know shit, when it starts off and it's all raw and new, people talk about those days and you're like, oh, I was there then. And people don't ever want to see it. They just want to hear about it, but you could be a part of it. And if you are, I promise I'll stay politically incorrect. I'll continue to say faggot and retard and cunt and kike and spick and everything else. You know me. I'll never let you down. I'll continue making horrible jokes and being as and running by material and giving you all the benefits of the fan club. But I just need 1,000 of you motherfuckers. That's it, 1,000. It might take me, I'm up to 14. Okay, I've got 14. Might take me 2 more years to get to 1,000. Might be maybe 3 years. I don't know. Maybe I crack the code and I have a couple more videos go viral and I get there quicker. Who knows what could happen? You're always one video away on this fucking platform. You could be here now when I'm one video away. Or you could just be lost in the shuffle and you'll be like, I was there then. I'll be like, I don't remember you. And you'll be like, come on, remember, I used to go by such and such name. And I'll be like, I've never heard of you. Come on, man. Did you join my fan club? No, but I was there in the beginning when you were on Ustream. Well, I don't know you, motherfucker. I only pay attention to people that are members of the fan club. At this point, because I'm so huge. No, I'll still be nice to people that aren't members of the fan club, but I'll never acknowledge that I knew you when. The only people I'll say, I'll say, Reverend Carl, he knew me then. Steve Z, he knew me then. Good old Roberto Rodriguez, he knew me then. Mark Heftman, oh, did he know me then? Mark Heftman, I've actually known a long time. And Dub Style, I haven't seen you in a long time. What's up with you, man? I thought you were going to transfer some money into my America's Card Room, and I was going to put 5 minutes of latency on my stream, and I was going to play a tournament. I thought we had a whole thing worked out. What happened there? And what was it? It was 60-40 plus your buyback? Something like that? Never happened, though. I never got the fucking... you never transferred dog dick. By the way, I've lost 3 subscribers lately. Waiting to see what's going on with the stimulus? Okay. I got you. All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I really got to take a leak. I'm going to put on an NBO song, New Breed Orchestra. Reverend Carl, one of the people who is a member of the fan club, whose name is scrolling along the bottom, he's the lead singer of this band. And I'm going to put that on while I take a leak, because I really gotta. And by the time I come back, if nobody's been able to fucking do so much as make a single donation, well, then that's fine. I guess this is a meritocracy, and that's all I'm worth. That's okay. I accept that. But I also have to accept the fact that I'm hungry as fuck. And I'd rather eat and watch The Mandalorian and, maybe upload a new magic trick or bar bet to the members area, because I'm really behind on doing that. You know what I'm saying? Especially while I'm wearing this fun dashiki. Also, just a reminder, if you go to ZachWaldman.com/fans, there's plenty of free things you can do on there to support me. Might help you to remind you that I have had virtually my entire career taken away from me since lockdown. I live alone. Things could be worse. I know, we've talked about this. I'm just trying to play the guilt card now. I'm trying to play the sob story. I'm a digital panhandler. That's right. Spare a nickel, pal. Don't detonate a nickel. I'll pay more than that in processing fees. But okay. Go to ZachWaldman.com/fans. Join the stupid fan club, you fucks. I'm going to go use the bathroom, take a leak. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you want me to go longer, you got to make a donation or join the fan club. If nobody does it, I'm ending the show. If you want me to go longer, do more trending news, more Ask Me Anything, more whatever you want, then do that. All right, so let's go with this. Listen to the lyrics of this song, by the way. He wrote this a billion years ago, but it's like, sounds like he's talking about a fucking, maybe not just America, maybe a lot of countries right now, maybe all the Western countries, between Brexit and, anyway, just listen to the lyrics.
celebration. Come around, rejoice, rejoice, and baby, let your voice get ready for the final chapter. Roll up, and fill your cup. You better pause for this moment in time. Witness the fall of the empire, the end of the 1,000-year reign. We got no one made it on the pretty baby, just in a tumble of pain. Viva, over. Like a smell of blood. All that falling empire. Viva, over. I can smell the blood. Say, viva, well, it's time to hand things over. Now the jewels of our records returned. Triggers still in the position, made in child and rag and burn. Everybody just realize what a foolish good you've been. Look at what you've admitted to. Imagine the horrors of the scene. Viva, Viva. I can smell the blood. I'm a falling empire. Viva, Viva. I can smell the blood. Rejoice, rejoice, and baby, let your voice get ready for the final chapter. Go up, and fill your cup. You better pause for this moment in time. Everybody just realize what a foolish good you've been. Look at what you've admitted to. Imagine the horrors on the scene. Viva, Viva. I can smell the blood. I'm a falling empire. Viva, Viva. Yeah, I can smell the blood. It's time to hand things over. Jewels of reluctance return. Triggers still in the position, baby. They be tried and wrapped and burned. Everybody just realize what a foolish good you've been. Look at what you've admitted to. Imagine the horrors of the scene. Viva, Viva, yeah. I can smell the blood. I'm a falling empire. Viva, Viva, yeah. I can smell the blood. Say viva, viva, viva. So viva, viva, oh yeah!
I was chewing penis. I meant peanuts. Peanuts. I was trying not to chew in your ears the penis. I mean the peanuts. I'm fucking so hungry. I was just shoving my mouth full. I was making peanut butter in my mouth. I was chewing so fast. So violently, so thoroughly. Packing my mouth with nuts. Like so many ladies of the night. All right, guys. Well, not a single one of you fucks joined the fan club. And nobody made a donation. I've been going for over 2 hours. I'm hungry. It's time to watch The Mandalorian. I do appreciate your attention, though. Gives something like, it's kind of like having company. It's better than just sitting here alone. And I get to work on material. If you didn't hear my bit about The Mandalorian, you really missed out. I can't wait to try it on stage. And I'm still chewing penis. I said peanuts. And that's that, man. Check out my video if you haven't yet. The latest scripted video I uploaded to YouTube on my YouTube channel, ZachWaldman.com/YouTube. You're on it right now. Just go to my channel. It's the one I did about Tom and Jerry giving a black actor the shaft. Totally racist. Totally sexist. Replaced a female black woman who's been acting since like the 40s with a white woman. Anyway, you check that out. And that's it. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget on the way out to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe, hit the little notification bell. Tell your friends. Tell your families. As always, you know I mean it when I say it. I love you all more than chocolate cake. And with that, my friends, you got to just hear fee fi fo fum. One day, I was going to say, eventually that thing will flip. So I will see you live probably tomorrow, man. What's tomorrow? I'll probably be here at some point. All right, guys. Have a great night.